Hey Cancerians, how are you guys? I missed you all. I'm so sorry. I have been held up. I had some renovations going on, and unfortunately it just was not ideal to do card readings. The place was a mess because they were cutting into drywall, and it took a few weeks to get all of the contractors sorted, yada yada yada. Nonetheless, I'm hoping you're all well. I'm doing daily readings now, daily energetic reads, which you'll find on the channel. So if you're interested, by all means, tune in. It's good to get that daily energetic vibe and see what's going on. And because we all seem to have so many different astrological signs within our birth charts, to me, I feel that it'll resonate for many of you, and it tends to. So, nonetheless, go ahead and check those out, the daily readings. So Cancerian, what have we got for you guys in love? It's been a while. What have you been doing? What have you been doing? Who have you been doing? I'm cheeky. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Whoa! Okay, your card just completely jumped at my face. And now it's on the floor. Very soon. That's what the card says. Very soon. Let me just move the chair back up. Woo! Look at me destroying the place. We're gonna need more renos soon. But here you go. Very soon. It says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. That being said, it all depends. Some of you may not have to decide. Maybe you've already decided and you're just wondering when it's gonna happen. If that be the case, it's telling you very soon. But let's keep going. There you are. You're not moving forward with something. Cancerians, in your energy, something's come to a halt. You may have even turned away from love. Some of you might even feel as though you might give up on it, but yet there's a part of you that still wants it. That's what I'm seeing. There's a part of you that's saying, you know what? I've tried, but I never seem to get what I want, so I'm just turning my back to it. That's what I'm getting. Some of you have just turned your back to it and you're just not interested. The energy around you, the Tower. Okay. You've averted a disaster, or perhaps you've left a disaster in the past, and maybe that's why some of you are hesitant to get involved again. Some of you could be at the point where you've just had enough and you don't want to go back into any more troubling situations. But interestingly, I read a quote yesterday that says, it's something along the lines of, you know, life cannot be experienced without pain. So we have to accept that life can be painful. We'll have ups and downs with everything. But again, some of you, I feel that you're just very torn at this point. It's like you've weathered the storms, you've gone through it, but you've turned your back on love. Some of you could have been dealing with a Scorpio. Maybe you've not turned your back on love, but perhaps you're dealing with a Scorpio or another Cancerian, but maybe the Scorpio hurt you or upset you or put you through hard times. Ah, yes, okay. Because what you don't see is that this is a rite of passage. This is something that you have to go through, and the individual on that boat looks pretty sad. Looks as though maybe there's a bit of feeling of defeat, but your spirit guides are with you. They are moving you to where you're meant to be. And I'm getting a sense too that that spirit guide has jumped in the boat because they want to bring you love. I'm getting a sense that giving up on it completely isn't in your destiny. Okay? Even though you may feel like it is, it's not. The advice, don't hold on to that heartbreak. Look at that. It's your thoughts now. It's like the past is over. You've gone through the traumas of the breakups of the past. You've gone through the pain, and that's done now. And it's asking you not to focus on that, because it's almost as though you're reliving the pain because you continue to think about it. You continue to remind yourself of what it was like. It could even be a bit of PTSD, all right? And the best way that I know from experience on how to deal with that is to literally feel those emotions through. Yes, it's painful, but some of us try to run from it, and I'm getting the sense that you don't realize that you're running from it. And so you may get these thoughts all of the time about the pain from the past, and you're saying, okay, yeah, no, and you're running in a different direction. You're like, I'm fine, everything's fine. But the truth is that you've never dealt with the pain. You've never let it all completely come down. And believe it or not, there's a beauty in the breakdown, Cancerians. And I'm getting a sense that you need to let it, or not that you need to, of course, you do whatever you please, but I'm hearing that you have to let your heart break open, okay? That is going to be the way forward, is to feel it through. Because once you actually process that energy, it then gets released. It gets released. And once it's released, you have space again to hold for love again to come into your life. Why? Because you're not carrying around those swords piercing your heart anymore. This card, as in your advice piece here, and I just saw 555. So you definitely had a lot of conflict that you went through as of late, okay? There could have been a lot of arguments. There could have been a lot of one-upping. Maybe there was just constant conflict in terms of, power struggles. Maybe there were financial struggles. Maybe there were trust issues. But at the end of the day, all of those swords, it's like the advice is let them fall out, right? Don't keep carrying them around. Sometimes we hurt ourselves more and we don't even realize that we're doing it because we just seem to just go with it and we stuff it all down. But Spirit wants you to be happy. That's why Spirit's asking, what do you want? I'll give you what you want. But if you choose to be heartbroken and secluded, it's okay. It's okay to do that too. But just know that that's why life is giving you that. Okay? Because some of you might be sitting here going, why hasn't it come? Why hasn't it come to me? Why haven't I found somebody? And then yet your mind, because of the fear of what you've endured, is saying, to heck with that. I'm not going through it again. Right? Let's get a little more about this Tower card, please. Spirit, Tower card for Cancerians. Tower card. Yep, there it is, Gemini. You could have been dealing with a Gemini. Maybe this was a soulmate and that's why it was so painful. It's possible it was a karmic partner and that you've learned a lot. Maybe it was an on-off situation, but you learned a lot and you're at the point where you're making a decision. It's a very big decision and it's all-encompassing. It's where do you want your life to go? It's like deep down I feel you do. I feel there is that spark of wanting love, but yet again, it's just getting your mind on board. Okay? Tell me about the very soon card, please, Spirit. 7 of Cups in reverse. I feel like some of you had a crazy reality check too. Maybe you had a reality check in terms of, the person that you were dealing with. Maybe you didn't expect them to turn out the way that they did. But that's not your fault. You can't beat yourself up for that. You can trust yourself again, because this is also too about inner values. Maybe you're feeling as though you can't trust yourself and that's why you're turning your back too. But what I see here, Cancerians, as well, is that maybe you feel as though there's a lack of options. And that's okay too. Many of us, do feel like that. I'm getting a sense a few of you might even just swear off relationships and you're going to go forward in life without them, and that's okay. Either or. That's what I've chosen to do. I don't bother with relationships, but that's me, right? And sometimes it is better. Sometimes we just go through life and we have the experiences that we do instead of committing 1,000% to one person. You get to have the experiences that you have through your travels and journeys. But for those of you who still feel that deep pain, that you want a closeness with somebody, Spirit is saying that the way forward means, it's okay to accept that the past has ended. Okay? Nothing is gone forever either. Don't ever think that. You can always bring yourself back energetically to the moment you experienced. And sometimes moving forward means not holding on to anger, not holding on to resentment, not holding on to the bad memories, but instead doing this radical acceptance of, what? They may have turned out to be garbage. They may have turned out to be really cruel or this or that, but I still loved them. Sometimes if you just admit the truth to yourself instead of your mind telling you, oh, no, I got to get over this. They're this, they're that. Because I used to do that too, where you try to convince yourself of all of the horrible things that they are. And I found that the only thing that set me free to move forward was to say, you know, yeah, they were all of those things, but I don't want to blame them anymore, because nonetheless, I did love them and I always will love them. And once I made peace with that truth, I actually felt good about myself too, because it was like, wow, I can still hold space and love somebody, but not be with them. And that made it so much easier to move forward and move beyond the heartbreak. Okay? So let us see, Cancerians, what's coming for you in the near future. It's coming in the near future for the Cancerians. And you're so strong. Don't forget how strong you are. All right? It's coming in the future here. Playfulness. Beautiful. And to recapture romance, see, that's the energy that I'm feeling is just getting back to wanting to have fun and wanting to be around people and just having experiences, is saying allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Just have some fun. Have some fun in life again. Try to go out and enjoy nature. Maybe even take a little road trip, see who you can run into, and just have completely unplanned experiences. I always find that those are fun. But there you go, because if you sit there looking too much at these cups that aren't giving you what you need, you're not seeing the cup in the background there that Spirit's trying to give to you. All right? Plus, Spirit doesn't want you to lose your lust for life. They want you to love life again. That's what I'm hearing, that they want you to love life again. They want you to fall back in love with the beauty of nature, experiences. I'm even looking... I never even realized that before. There's like a little mushroom here. But just getting out there, and there's a little deer in the background. Maybe getting back into nature a little bit. Okay? But don't forget to look at all of the beautiful things. Turn your head around and see what else is out there instead of focusing on those overflowing cups of the past. Alright? Alright, you guys. I'm sending you so much love, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you soon. Bye, Cancerians.